Hi. The mess is because this is working workshop and not in the peak season, not a studio. I'm not a professional influencer or or backed by corporation or anything. So I work and I try to record and share that. And so a brief post-mortem of this Insta360 X5 camera, the latest and greatest, failed on me, and in one sentence, it is designed to fail. I will now explain why I've concluded this and share my thoughts. So let's begin with that. If you look at the camera, it's pretty tall, relatively tall, and the mounting point is at the bottom. It's also pretty top heavy, so it will tend to have like a head of a hammer. So that combined makes a lot of a big, relatively big lever arm to break itself off. And also I made a video about kinetic energy and physics. So kinetic energy increases on speed squared exponentially. And so when you are landing on a bump or from a bump, when you hit the ground and all that speed that camera has is now stopped, that movement, that trajectory towards the bottom, the jerking of the top is pronounced, and so with that design, this is putting a lot of stress on the lower area, and the lower area is made of plastic. No steel reinforcements on the inside whatsoever. So I hope you can see this in the camera now. So this is what it looks like, the broken off part. This is the part that broke off. So these are just some brass contacts for something, but it was roughly there, about there. You can see that the material deformed. There were probably some cracks propagating and then it completely failed. I did not abuse it. I just used the factory Insta360 original mounts and just rode my bicycle and recorded videos. So didn't even manage to make any hiking videos or anything. So just plastic, no steel reinforcements. And this is, as I said, I think it's designed to fail. I think this is inevitable. So you can see the magnet will not hold it. So no steel, nothing to really reinforce it. Okay, so this lower part is the only thing that's made of metal, apparently, and the rest is plastic. So that creates a very stiff component put inside a very relatively soft and giving component, and not designed with some cushioning or shock absorption, but just to start propagating cracks and break off. So no tapering of the stiff to less stiff material to prevent fatigue cracks. So this is, I think, poor design, poor engineering. Don't let any influencers try to convince you that they've had many miles with no problems with these cameras. I'm sure that is true, but also it's like saying I've never had a flat tire. The design of a bicycle tire that has the air trapped inside means that it is inevitably going to have a puncture sooner or later, and that is something to be expected. And that's the truth. In a similar way, when you make a design like this, then braking is not an exceptional event, but it's practically designed to break off just too soon. If you put it to any kind of hard use and not have good shock absorbers, either by carrying it on yourself so that your body acts as a decent shock absorber, or putting it on some very well suspended modern motorcycle or bicycle or inside the car, then it's maybe acceptable, but still with enough bumps and mileage and vibrations, it is only a matter of when, not if. So that is my point. What I did with this camera was riding on some bumpy roads, but not really aggressive off-road riding with some big jumps and similar stuff. So my bicycle is no suspension and a gravel bicycle, and that's what I did. So apparently the whole camera, the whole design looks to me like something that I think I wasted my money. They asked me, the company, for many information, my speed, how fast I was going, the weather conditions when it broke and everything, and they asked for serial numbers for the holders, and the holders don't have any serial numbers. Let me show you that. So I bought 2 holders, no less, for 2 bicycles, so I can just swap the camera and make many riding educational videos. So these are the holders, and there is no serial number printed on them, just the brand Insta, and bought this from their official website. So as far as I'm concerned, to get a replacement camera, I think it's inevitable that something like this would happen, unless I only use it maybe lightly for hiking or similar. I do take good care of my equipment, but I don't baby it. I use it. What's designed to use, I use it. So that's how I use my bicycles, that's how I use my screwdrivers, and that's how I use my cameras. And the fact that I'm still running an old 7-year-old iPhone that I'm recording this on, and I haven't broken it or scratched the lens, means that I do use equipment properly. And in this case, I am calling out a poor design, probably cost saving or ignorance, and it definitely doesn't hurt to sell more. And apparently reviewers and and influencers and whatnot are more a tool for marketing than some real testing and sharing information, especially from a durability and engineering point of view. So that's I hope this video helps at least one person. I think it's good to share things like this. I don't think it's going to change anything really, and I don't expect to have a happy ending with this company and with this product. So around 1,000 hard-earned and saved over a longer period of time dollars, practically wasted in my opinion. So now I am again back to square one, not equipped to record any action videos. And the worst thing is that the second, how they say, product competition that I'm considering is a company called GoPro, and I don't trust now definitely any reviews and any feedback of that sort by how people use their stuff and how the mounts are made and anything. So really skeptical. It is what it is. As far as I know, I haven't got cancer, and I'm still working, and that's important. But I am a bit angry and a bit disappointed and even sad in a way. It's only a thing, but still, what I wanted to do with it, and I just managed to make a few videos, good ones, but at least in my opinion, and well received. But not many. So that's how it is. Again, wanted to share this information. In an ideal world, the company would change their design and improve it, but I more likely expect to be gaslighted by company fanboys, influencers, or even more likely completely ignored by 99.999% of the people, and that has its pros too. So it's good. Cheers. I'll see you in some other video. Stay cool.